Good morning, students. Today, our topic is disaster management. What is disaster? First thing is disaster. Disaster is the situation where our disaster is natural, two types mainly, natural or man-made. In natural disaster, we consider our forest fire, floods, earthquake, cyclones, tsunami, etc. Okay, in man-made, we conclude the failure of dam, reservoir. Okay, failure of dam, reservoir, bridge, and tunnels failure, and the accidents like road accidents and other things comes in disaster. Okay, disaster management. Disaster management is the art and science is the art and science which organize and manage the resources and responsibility that resources and responsibility that dealing with the disaster, like to make preparation for that to fight with that disaster. Okay, मीन्स डिज़ास्टर में होता क्या है, डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट मेनली हमारा होता है कि जो भी हमारा डिज़ास्टर हुआ है उसके अंदर से जो भी नुकसान हुआ है उस नुकसान को कम करना, और जो हमारे वहाँ पे जो पीपल्स जो हैं उनको बचाना और उनको नेसेसरी थिंग्स को प्रोवाइड करना, दैट इज़ द वर्क ऑफ द डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट. ओके, और टू assess the impact of that disaster, like उस डिजास्टर, कोई भी डिजास्टर हुआ उससे कितना इम्पैक्ट आया, कितना लॉस हुआ और किसी भी कंट्री को या किसी भी स्टेट को उस डिजास्टर को के पर्टिकुलर रीजन के अंदर, दैट मे बी इन द टर्म्स ऑफ आवर स्ट्रक्चर और मैं human, like 20 men deaths, 30 injuries, 30 men get injuries. Okay, 50 houses collapse during earthquake. So these are the assessment of the impact of the any disaster. I give the example of earthquake disaster. Okay, commonly. So to assess these, we can get the preparation of the next disaster, like if in any region that is earthquake prone region, and in last earthquake there is, we find out that there we get 20 casualties. Okay, so to overcome this, we made the structure with earthquake practice codes, the existing structures, or retrofit, using retrofitting in these structures to minimize the effect of the earthquake and make preparation or train the peoples or rescue workers to fight with that situation. Okay, to get lower the number of casualties and our structure failures. Okay, that is the work of disaster management. Okay, next is disaster rescue. Disaster rescue is the process which comes after the disaster occurs or the disaster take place. The main focus of the disaster rescue is to rescuing victims means जो भी वहाँ पे लोग प्रेजेंट थे उनको वहाँ से रेस्क्यू करना. जैसे कि अर्थक्वेक आया और अर्थक्वेक आने की वजह से कुछ बंदों को इंजरीज हुई, तो उनको वहाँ से क्योंकि अर्थक्वेक एक बार आने के बाद दोबारा भी आता है, और जो स्ट्रक्चर फेलियर हुआ है वो कंटिन्यूसली क्या होता है, होता रहता है। तो वहाँ से जो जिनकी इंजरीज है, फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी होती है कि उनको वहाँ से, विक्टिम्स को वहाँ से निकाला जाए। देन प्रोवाइड देम टेम्परेरी शेल्टर, उनको रहने के लिए टेम्परेरी शेल्टर दी जाती है, लाइक तंबूज। हेल्थ केयर विच मेनली to restore the health. In this we mainly provide them food and clothes and give them temporary shelter. Next is counseling. Counseling is the, in this process mainly counseling the victims and send them to appropriate regions according to their situation, like according to their age or their work. He sent them in different regions to get work there and get food on their own basis. Okay, next is mental health services, because in such cases, in such disasters, if a man lives from a whole family, then it mentally disturbed, so we have to provide him mental health services. Next, clothes, food, water and foster care. Okay, these things to be given after disaster rescue to the victims. Next is psychology of the rescue. Psychology of the rescue means psychology at the time of the rescue. It is normal thing that everyone at the time of disaster feel fear. Okay, and the emotional reactions common for both victims and rescuer, because victim is uh, victim is bear the disaster load, like earthquake. When earthquake comes, victims get injuries. Then rescuer rescuer has also the risk or emotional reactions towards victims. Okay, and to fall the structure on him. Okay, then the mainly other emotional responses may magnificent during the rescue situation, like pity, disgust, contempt, pride, concern and many more. Okay, इनमें ऐसा होता क्या है, मेनली इनके अंदर होता है कि भाई जो रेस्क्यूअर होता है, वो रेस्क्यूअर ये सोचता है कि मैं इसको रेस्क्यू कर रहा हूँ उस टाइम के ऊपर, क्या मेरे साथ जो हो रहा है वो मैं वो क्यों कर रहा हूँ, रेस्क्यू क्यों कर रहा हूँ। मैं इसको रेस्क्यू करूँगा, अगर ये स्ट्रक्चर मेरे ऊपर ही गिर गया तो मैं मर जाऊँगा। दिस टाइप ऑफ साइकोलॉजी में गेट देयर। ओके, नेक्स्ट, रेस्क्यूअर मस्ट बी अवेयर of the psychological needs of the disaster victims. Means rescuer is in trained to fulfill the psychological needs of the disaster victim, not just their physical needs like our cloth, food, okay, or shelter. And should be he or she should be prepared to meet those psychological needs. Okay, next is rescue workers. Rescue workers rescue worker are the workers that go to the disaster place and rescue the victims from there with the help of uh, helicopters or vehicles or any mode of transport. Okay, The rescue workers mainly categorized in three groups. First group is of the surveyors. The work of the first group surveyors is to mainly survey, make a survey of that disaster area. Like in this area, 25 how much men's, women's, children's are living there on that area, and uh, how many are dead, how many get injuries, or how many get excavated from there. Okay, then the second group is untrained personals. Untrained personals are not trained for the rescue, but they may work during rescue operation, like the team of doctor and nurses. The work of these untrained personals is to give their give healthcare services, and psychological services to the victims. And last group is trained personals. Trained personnel are trained to rescue the victims from the disaster place, like when the disaster occurs, and uh, trained personnel goes there and rescue the victims from there. Okay, next is rescue plan. Rescue plan depend mainly on the principles, three principles. First is early activation of SPOs. S- Early activation of SPOs is standard operating procedures. Standard operating procedures means the procedure for activation of the SPOs, means the procedure, mainly procedure is first to survey there, then send their trained and untrained personals there as quick as possible. Next, quick and thorough appreciation of the situation. And next is make a workable plan. So to rescue, they should have to make a workable plan, like how they rescue. Okay, next is rescue by steps. Rescue by steps, it easily memorized by the reference of the mnemonic CRIST. Here C stands for clearance of surface casualties. Clearance of surface casualties means the casualties which lies on the surface of that disaster area. We firstly we have to clear them from there. Next, R. R is rescue of lightly trapped. Then rescue of lightly trapped means the peoples with who lightly trapped there, we should have to rescue rescue him first. Next is E. E is exploration of likely survival points, means we have to explore the survival points, means how the victims survive. Okay, as for selected derivatives removal, through this we can select we So S stands for selected debris removal. Okay, in this step we select the debris where according to the estimated location of the victim. Okay, then we select the debris and remove them with the help of our with the help of human chain or other methods. Okay, and last T is stands for total debris clearance. In this we clear the whole disaster site. Okay, thank you.